Hello students, welcome to today's video. I hope you all are doing extremely well. Today we will talk about the production possibility curve, and it is a very important concept. So let's get into it. So the name production possibility curve is already suggesting what it could be. It is a curve, true, but what is the curve? In a very simple way, if I want to define it, I can say that it is a curve that shows all those production possibilities that we can do with the help of given resources and technology. That means it is a curve that is showing all those possible combinations of goods and services that we can produce with the help of given resources and technology. Well, we know that with the help of given resources and technology, we can produce various goods and services. We can produce various. I'm just writing G and S, that means goods and services. So this is very true that with the help of given resources. Why I am writing given resources? Because we know that resources are not unlimited. For a particular time frame, if there is no discovery of new resources, the resources are limited in our hand, and whatever the resources we have, we cannot increase the stock, rather we can decrease it by using it more and more. So the resources are given for a particular point of time. So with the help of given resources and technology, we can produce various goods and services. All those combination of goods, all those combination of goods and services that can be produced, that can be produced is called production possibility set. Production production possibility set. So that means, what is the production possibility set? It is a set, or basically this set is specifying various production possibilities, various production combinations that we can do with the help of our given resources and technology. And when this production possibility set, whatever all those combinations that we can produce, various combination of goods and services, that's why I have written in the first line that with the help of given resource we can produce various goods and services, and all those combinations of goods and services, what we can produce, or what it is possible to produce, it is basically known as the production possibility set. And when this set is graphed, we get our PPC. When this set is graphed, we get our PPC. I'm just writing PPC. PPC simply means the production possibility curve. PPC, production possibility curve. So we will get our PPC. So that means, so thus we can define PPC as, thus we can define PPC as a locus of combination of two goods and services that can be produced with the help of given resources and technology. Given resources and technology. So why I have written this two goods and services. The logic is for writing two goods is that PPC is a curve and curve will be drawn on a graph and graph is basically drawn with the help of two axes. So in these two axes we cannot take thousands of items into two axes. We need to take two items. So hence the two goods and services that can be produced with the help of given resources. So we know that in a graph or in a curve there are various points, it is a basically a curve or a graph is not a graph, sorry, a curve. A curve is a locus of combination of various points. So hence the locus of combination. Now what are those points? All those points specifies the combination of two goods and services that can be produced with the help of given resources. So dear students, you can pause the video here and write it all down, or you can take a screenshot also. So basically production possibilities are, it's not something very a complex thing. The name already is suggesting that what this could be. It is a curve that is showing various production possibilities. That means whatever the possible combination of productions we can do with the help of given resource. Well, this production possibility curve is basically based on some assumptions. It is based on following assumptions. Following assumptions. So the first assumption we can directly write it from here, given resources and technology. So first assumption will be resources are given. Resources are given. Then resources are fully utilized. Third assumption is that technology remains same. So by technology, what we actually want to specify that we know there are two techniques of production. One is labor intensive technique and one is capital intensive technique. Now whatever may be the technique of production we will be choosing for a particular economy, the technique of production is chosen remains the same throughout the production process. So I can choose labor intensive technique. Into that labor intensive technique there is some amount of labor too and there is some amount of capital. Same for capital intensive technique. If I choose in capital intensive technique also there is some amount of labor and as well as there is some amount of capital. What is the main difference? That in labor intensive technique the use of labor is relatively more than the use of capital, and capital intensive technique the use of capital is relatively more than the use of labor. But we will find that there is some amount of labor and there is some amount of capital for both the labor intensive as well as for the capital intensive technique of production. Now this point, this third assumption is specifying that whatever the technique of production we will choose, there will be some amount of labor and there will be some amount of capital. The amount of those technological amounts remains the same. So hence the technology remains same throughout the production process. And finally, the fourth thing, all resources are not equally efficient in production of all commodities. Well, here I have written prod to the power n. So this is a short style of writing production, but you guys please do not write in this way. Try to write it full. Production here, for the sake of simplicity, I have written production, but while writing in the exam or taking a note of this thing, please do not write prod n. Try to write production. So the fourth point, specifying that all resources are not equally efficient in production of all commodities. So basically we all know that what we can do with the help of labor, we cannot do it with the help of a machinery or a capital item, and what we can do with the help of a capital item, we cannot do with the help of labor. For example, to make handloom items, we need to use our hand, we need to put some labor in. These handloom items cannot be made with the help of machineries and sophisticated technology. But think about a computer production or laptop production, mobile production. For this, the handwork will not do. We need some sophisticated items, sophisticated machineries. So hence, what we can do with the help of labor, that cannot be done with the help of capital, and what capital can do, that cannot be done with the help of labor. So that's why all resources are not equally efficient in the production of all commodities. So these are the four assumptions. Basing on these assumptions, we will derive our PPC. So I'm just making here a different part. So the concept of PPC, please do not write PPC, you guys please write production possibility curve. Concept of PPC can be explained with the help of following table and diagram. Well, my dear students, let me tell you one thing. Before I go into more details, please pause the video and go back to our last class, the last video, and please try to get as much as concept that you can gather from this marginal opportunity cost, because the table that what we will draw is actually will be relating to the marginal opportunity cost. Well, now let me get to the point. So first you make four columns. First one will be production possibilities, and then you take two items. So a classic example will be to take one labor intensive item and one capital intensive item. Now what is labor intensive item? Labor intensive item is that kind of item where to produce that item the use of labor was more. Say for example vegetable production. In vegetable production the use of labor is more than the use of capital. So I am taking one potato, and take another item which a capital intensive item. So here I am taking AC, air conditioners, potato, and I will be measuring in kg, and AC I will be measuring in units. And finally, in the fourth column, we need marginal opportunity cost. Now first take some production possibilities A, B, C, D, E and F. Now at the first place, put the combination of potato. Start with 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now there is a technique for making this table, so please pay some close attention how I am preparing this table. So first we have made 4 columns. Production possibility in the first column, then 2 types of good. One is labor intensive and another is capital intensive. Instead of potato you can take anything, rice, banana, and then what to say, some handloom items, whatever, but make something like that. One item should be a labor intensive item and one item should be capital intensive item. It is kind of a very classic kind of example what we use in production possibility curve. And in the fourth column we have our MOC, the marginal opportunity cost. So now do not fill up the AC column. First put the marginal opportunity cost, first column blank. Then start like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can give 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or you can give some another numbers also. I will show you in this video. So next what you need to do, fill up the AC column. So start with 0 here. Then 0 plus 5, it is 5. 5 plus 4 is 9. 9 plus 3 is 12. 12 plus 2 is 14. And there goes the 15. So here there are 2 extreme cases, you see. If we choose the production possibility 1, the first combination, A combination, that means all of the resources have gone under AC production and hence no potato was produced, because of the simple fact that all the resources are fully utilized in the production of AC. So this is relating to our second assumption, that all the resources are totally utilized. Now I am coming to this marginal opportunity cost. What is the marginal opportunity cost? It is the amount of a commodity sacrificed in order to produce one more extra unit of any other commodity. Now we want to produce at least 1 kg of potato. That means we want to increase the potato production from 0 to 1. So for this reason we need to sacrifice some amount of AC production, because all the resources are totally utilized. Now if all the resources are utilized, I cannot make any potato. If I want to make some potato, produce some potato, I need to withdraw some resources from the AC production and put into potato production. So hence I have to sacrifice 1 unit of AC. Hence I have came down from 15 to 14 in order to produce 1 kg of potato. If I want to produce one more extra unit of potato, that means 1 to 2 units, I need to sacrifice 2 units of AC production. So like this way, finally we will come down to 15 units of production, where all the resources will be get transformed from AC production to potato production, and we can make only potato with no AC production. So the combination A and combination F are the 2 extreme productions that we can do. That means in the production of A, production combination with A, we cannot produce any of potato because all the resources are utilized in AC, and if we produce B, we cannot F, we cannot produce any of AC because all the resources got transferred from AC to potato production. Hence, all the resources are utilized in potato production, and we can produce 5 kg of potato and no units of AC. So this is a one way of drawing this table. I am showing another way. So like the similar way, first you make 4 columns, do your homework up to this part, and then I have taken firstly in the first example that you have just seen, I have taken the MOC as a interval of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I am taking an interval of 2, like 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. You can take an interval of 5 also, 3 also, whatever you want to take. So let's fill up this table now. Start with 0, then 0 plus 10 is 10, 10 plus 18, 8 is 18, 18 plus 6 is 22, 22 plus 4 is 20, sorry, 10, 0 plus 10 is 18, sorry, 0 plus 10 is 10, 10 plus 18, 10 plus 8 is 18, then 18 plus 6 is 24. That was my mistake, sorry, pardon me. So 18 plus 6 is 24, 24 plus 4 is, oh, sorry, I was right. Now here it will be 28, and 28 plus 2 is 30. Sorry, I was right. I did some miscalculations. Please do forgive me. Well, the same way we have drawn the table. 10, 0 plus 10 is 10, 10 plus 8 is 18, 18 plus 6 is 22, 22 plus 4 is 28, and then 30. Wait, okay. I got confused. Sorry. So now it's correct. 18 plus 6 is 24. I was saying 24, writing 22. I got a bit jumbled up. Do forgive me. So, anyways, this is the way of drawing the production possibility table, and this table is basically our production possibility set. So here I have taken an interval of 2, you can take an interval of 3, take an interval of 1, take an interval of 6, take an interval of 5 also, whatever you want to do you can do. So this is a way of making our production possibility set. So this set, we have 5 set of combinations, and this is the whole table representing our production possibility set. And it is showing that what we can produce with the help of our given resources. The first combination, all the resources are utilized. In the second combination, all of these 6 combinations, all of the resources are utilized. In the first combination, all the resources are used in AC production, hence no potato production. From the second combination onwards up to the fourth combination, there is some division of resources. We are withdrawing some resources from AC production and putting into potato production because of the fact that we want to produce one more extra unit of potato. Hence, the MOC concept is coming in, and finally we have reached the sixth combination where all the resources are used in potato production. Hence, no AC production. Now, finally, let's make the diagram. I am wiping this part. So let's first make 2 axes. So in this diagram, in the horizontal axis, we are measuring potato, and in the vertical axis, we will be measuring AC. Here we will be measuring AC. So now let's put the combination. So for the first combination A, we have to put 0 against 30. So 0, 30, this point. Then 128, 1, this point will be here somewhat below 30. Then for 2 it is 24. For 2 it is 24, somewhat below 25, and this will be above, just above 2. Then for 3 it is 18. For 3 it is 18. Then for 4 it is 10. For 4 it is 10. And finally this point for 5, 0, 5, 0. Now let's join these points. Yeah. So now let's give the point name: A dash, B dash, C dash, D dash, E dash, F dash. That means A dash is corresponding to production possibility A combination, B dash corresponds to B, C dash corresponds to C, D dash corresponds to D, E dash for E, and F dash for F. So that means plotting potato against AC in this diagram, the vertical axis is measuring vertical axis is measuring AC and horizontal axis is measuring potato, and by plotting potato against AC or AC against potato, we have got various points: A dash, B dash, C dash, D dash, E dash, F dash, which corresponds to these production possibilities A to F. And now by joining these points I want to mean this A dash to F dash point. By joining these points, we get our production possibility curve, which is A dash, F dash. So this is it, my dear students, the production possibility curve. And now quickly I will discuss two characteristics of it. I will be wiping this part. So if you want to take a note, please pause the video here and take a screenshot, or you can write it also. So anyways, let me discuss the two characteristics of production possibility curve. They are very simple. You can easily tell it from the looking at the diagram also. So the characteristics of PPC. Characteristics of PPC. So the first characteristics. Right now we have drawn the PPC curve. So PPC curve is basically sloping downwards. We have drawn it like in this way. We have drawn it in a downward motion. So the PPC is sloping downward from the left to right. Downward sloping from left to right. Because of the fact that if we want to increase the production of one commodity, here you see the production of potato is increasing, and here you will find the production of AC is decreasing. For 0 it was 30 when we are producing no units of potato, and then as we have increased production of potato by 1 kg, this point A dash point has come to point B dash, and the AC production got fallen. You see there is fall in AC production. Similarly, if we want to produce 2 units of AC, sorry, 2 kgs of potato production, we need to come down, or we need to cut down more of AC production. So this is the simple reason for which the PPC is a downward sloping curve. That means if we want to increase the production of one commodity, the production of other commodity has to be sacrificed. Because why? The resources are fully utilized. And if we want to produce more of another commodity, we need to cut down or take out some resources from the production of other commodity. And finally, the second combination, the PPC, the shape of the PPC curve, it is convex, sorry, concave towards origin. So the curve is a concave curve, and concave towards what? Concave towards origin. And why this is concave towards origin? Because the increase in MOC. If you go back to the video, you will find that MOC is gradually increasing for each combination. Why MOC increases? It is already incorporated in the definition of MOC, that it is the amount of one commodity sacrificed in order to increase the production of any other commodity. Hence, we can simply say that MOC will definitely increase because we are increasing production of other commodity. And you will find that in the first example, MOC was increasing 1, 2, 3, 4, then 5. In the second example, it is increasing 2, 4, 6, 8, and then 10. So MOC is constantly increasing. And due to this increase in MOC, the PPC is concave towards origin. So this is the full production possibility concept. So I hope you have learned it well, and if you face any problem with this concept, the production possibility and the two characteristics, so feel free to comment below, and we will meet in our next video. And if you comment below, please do comment below. If you feel any problem, I will get to you as soon as possible. And till then, stay safe. We'll meet in our next video. So this is all for today. Stay safe, stay strong. Thank you.